Hi, I'm Travis Studdard, a veterans disability attorney with Perkins law firm. Today I want to talk to you about the basics of VA ratings for Parkinson's disease. This disease is perhaps one of the most difficult to get right under VA law, both for the veteran to understand and for the VA to rate it accurately. And because it is so hard to rate accurately, it makes it difficult for you to know if you're actually getting the benefits that you deserve based on the stage of your condition. And it's also hard for the VA to get the rating right because there are so many steps in the process for them to evaluate the condition. There's really 4 steps to accurately rating Parkinson's disease under VA law. First, you need to begin with a diagnostic code for Parkinson's, which gives a minimum rating for the condition. And then you need to rate each individual symptom of Parkinson's that you have and assign a rating for those, combine those ratings, and then compare that to the minimum rating to see what you are entitled to. So what is the rating code or diagnostic code for Parkinson's under VA law? All disabilities through the VA are assigned a diagnostic code which can be found in the Code of Federal Regulations. This is a 4-digit code that has a name as well associated with it. For Parkinson's, the diagnostic code is 8004, but if you look and do a search for Parkinson's, you won't find it that way. It's actually called paralysis agitans, which is simply another name for Parkinson's disease. Now, diagnostic code 8004 assigns a minimum rating of 30% for Parkinson's disease. But the VA may stop at that point and just give you the 30%. But like I said, that's a minimum rating. You may be entitled to more based on the symptoms you have and where you are in the progression of this terrible disease. So if you only got 30%, you need to take a hard look and maybe consult with an attorney. If you received a rating for Parkinson's under 30%, say 20%, that's a huge red flag because you should at least get 30. At that point, you definitely need to look into it more and see why you wouldn't be entitled to the 30%. I know of no reason why you wouldn't be. If you have questions about the rating or your disease is to a point where you're suffering from many symptoms, you probably should receive more, perhaps up to 100%, or even more than that. We'll talk about that in a later video. If you have questions about Parkinson's disease and how it's rated by the VA, you can reach out to us on our website or give us a call for a free consultation. We also have a very detailed blog that goes more in depth on this issue that you can check out on our website. If you found this helpful, you can give it a thumbs up on YouTube, and we thank you for your time watching today.